Hey there, everybody. Sloppy here, and I finally found a swamp. If you didn't see last episode, that might sound weird. I've been looking for a swamp. I've been looking for a swamp for these guys because I want to get some fancy armor. You know, I want to get some fancy armor. We've got server compliments coming in. Everything is coming up sloppy today. But you know what? I'll meet you guys back at home because this is something that might take a while and it's pretty boring. After way too much time. Way too much time. I only have 6, so for now I'm just going to make the 2 big pieces and we'll get to the rest eventually. But as you can see, I have been busy getting some crafting done. And you know what this has taught me? This setup is terrible. Just terrible. So I want to get started on our fancy new house today. Last episode, I talked a little bit about what I wanted to do. And yeah, now I've just got to actually start doing it. So I mentioned I want to bring the pathway up here. We're going to have some sort of pathway sort of right across here. And what I want to do is build our, sort of starter house on top of our baby starter house. And I know this is kind of a weird idea. I've got sort of an idea in mind. But what I want is a bunch of storage and a bunch of area to craft. Sort of everything I need to get started and sort of a home base that whatever else I want to do, I sort of know where everything is, and then do some really fancy landscaping. Somebody set up this really cool river over here. So we're going to continue it this way and do some lovely landscaping eventually as well. But for now, I think I just kind of want to get a layout going. So let's use the middle of this as sort of our center point. So for now, we'll just put that there. So yeah, we're going to have sort of an elevated base. I'm trying not to make everything symmetrical. So yeah, we're going to have not symmetry, which is important. The other thing I really have to do is start going through and unlocking all the different blocks, because right now we are pretty limited with what we can build with. But, that's fine. And yeah, we're going to try and sort of blend it into the area. And yeah, so without further ado, let me get building. I did want to start with, you can see I was just collecting stuff while I was out there. I did want to start with sort of this bridge into our new place. So we're going to do an elevated bridge that's going to go to our home on top. Yeah, that'll be, I think, kind of neat. Okay, we've got a rough outline of a bridge, and I'm not in love with it. I would like to add a little bit, well, I'd like to add a lot to it. But it's sort of just a rough outline for what I'm thinking. So we're going to have sort of a cool bridge across. Then we'll have an entrance here. And then what I kind of want is for it to sort of pinwheel out. So we'll have sort of multiple directions it goes, and then each arm is sort of its own thing. And the main point of this is storage. I just would like to say that. This is just one big storage room. That being, well, no, that's wrong to say. It's a storage room with like all the functional stuff. Wow. I've always been this bad at speaking. You know what I mean? I want it to be anything I need to get the blocks I want, I guess, is what I'm going for. Wowzas. I'm terrible at speak. Anywho, yeah, so that's what I'm going for with the starter base, but I do want it to also be very aesthetic. This is Spawn. People are building gorgeous things. We've got a statue to our democratically elected ruler, and I just, I need it to be pretty, I want it to be pretty. So we are going to do a lot to the area and stuff, but our house will be sort of on top on stilts, which will be cool. Also, I'm just loving that a whole bunch, like, well, there's 2 people online, but every time I've been online in the past few days, somebody online, which is always fun. Okay, so yeah, we've got a bridge. Now I'm pondering what I want to do next. What do I want to do next? Probably should have figured that out before getting on camera. I feel like it'd be good to get the processors and forges in. The thing is, I'm having difficulty with is I'm not totally sure what I want the build to be out of. You know what I mean? Not totally sure. My phone is dinging. I say popular. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what I want to build this out of, so that's why I'm kind of like hesitant. I'm almost wondering if maybe I should just do the interior and then build the exterior around it. I've never built a house like that. That's crazy. Or is it brilliant? It's a fine line. And knowing me, it's it's probably not brilliant, but it might be kind of a fun way to build this. Is just build the interior, build the exact interior that I want, and then worry about the exterior after. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the backwards building. Backwards building. Yeah. Okay, so the other thing I'm thinking that might be really fun is in the interior especially, if each arm of our house is sort of different aesthetically on the interior. The exterior, I do want to blend together. I do want this to be a nice looking house from the outside for spawn, but interior, I kind of want each area to have sort of its own flair. Sort of like what we did with the Crazy Town House last season? Weird calling them seasons. It's sort of like what we did there, where every room, everything sort of had its own flow. That is very similar to what I want to do with this place, on the interior, at least. Yeah. I've talked too long. Let me get some blocks down, because that would be a good next step. A little bit of time later. And, I hate this so much. I really don't like this. I do like the idea of using fence posts to go down. Kind of like that they're like skinny. You know? Like I like it looks a little like ricketier than you would hope a bridge would be. But we're gonna have to do something with like railings, add a little shape on top somehow. But I have some ideas for that. I'm also thinking maybe the actual materials themselves will kind of change out as we unlock more. But, yeah, so we have an entrance over here. I like the idea of using the fence gates. I really like sort of that open vibe. You know, just, I don't know. I like having those instead of the doors for some reason at the moment. 3 wide, and then we've got this 7x7 platform, and then in the middle here is where we'll put a random block. I don't like any of them. You know what? It's temporary. Let's use a piece of shorewood for some reason. So this will be where our touchstone will go, and then, yeah, we have a few different directions to expand into. The other thing I want to do is really play with heights in this build, so everything will be kind of on different stories. Or, well, stories might be a little extreme, kind of on different levels. So that's sort of the plan. And yeah, we're going to build from the outside in. And I'm also going to, I mean, I do want to leave this bottom house as it is, but I am maybe going to tweak parts of it to sort of fit into what I'm looking. Okay, but for now, what we're going to do is get started with a back section here that's going to house our processors and forges. Yeah. Okay, so How do I want to do this? I'm just gonna stone for now. What I'm thinking is outside of the 7x7 platform, we'll sort of allow the floors to develop their own sort of flavor, if you will. So as soon as it's off the 7x7 platform, that's when sort of that new, what am I trying to say here? That's when the new style will start. So you get off this platform, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a buffer zone. Maybe two. Okay, I'm trying to get the vision of what I'm trying to. Basically, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have like a doorway here. We're gonna have a doorway and then a little transition zone into the new style, so it's not quite as jarring. So probably the 3 doorways coming off of this section will look very similar, and then inside of those is where the sort of weirdness will begin. That makes sense. I hope it does. It makes sense to me, so now I'm just gonna build it, and then if you don't get it now, you'll get it then. You're smart. I mean, look at you. Tall, attractive, brilliant. You're like a doctor in an NBC sitcom. Okay, time to unlock some blocks. So that gets us the stair, which is what I wanted, which gets us the ladder, which I don't particularly care about, but might be good for some detail work. And then craft wood table, okay. Table, that gets us the wood chair. Fancy, that gets us the wood stool. Okay. Ooh, trapdoor. Fun to use. Okay, some good wood unlocks. Some good wood unlocks. So, I mentioned I might want to change up the materials in this area. I'm also now, I think it might be kind of cool to build these little rooms based on what we can unlock. So I'm thinking maybe our furnace and processor one, we can use the stone blocks because that's sort of the first thing we unlock. And then the house kind of becomes progression based, which I think is kind of neat. Maybe I'm just talking myself into it because it's a cool way to get through some of the boring stuff of the game. Anywho, yeah. I said I didn't want to do symmetry and then immediately made the most symmetrical room I could. Whoops. You know what? We're going to do this then. We are going to move this door a little to the side because that'll annoy somebody who has OCD. Yeah, so we're not going to do symmetry. We're going to do not symmetry. Okay, yeah, I did want to put some chests in our main room here. We're going to stock these with potions, backups of armors, tools, that sort of thing. I also want to get some weapon racks to sort of show off all of the weapons in this main room as well. The placement's kind of temporary, but I would like to sort of have that all here in our main hall. This one, like right here. I like this building and then leaving the exterior for later. It just, you know, it's kind of fun to be like, this looks good on the inside. Let future Sloppy worry about the mechanics of it. And I just made this symmetrical to the other side, didn't I? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So we've got a few different doorways. We've got a little bit of storage in here. Pop down, and then, yeah, we've got a few different routes we can go. I've been experimenting a little bit with our bridge here. I like ladders as sort of our exterior gate. I've also done some stairs. I used some trap doors because kind of a nice like thin layer You know, I could use like the canvas slabs, but the trapdoors, you got like the hinges for just a little bit of extra detail. Yeah, something like that's kind of neat. I was thinking wood roofs as support. Just you know, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of good, I think. Have a little bit more sort of detail below. Okay, cool. So we've got a bridge that I kind of like going into a room that's kind of half designed. So, yeah. So in this main hall, I do want to be able to quickly grab potions. So we're going to try and get every potion in there and, you know, like a decent stock of it. Just in case I do have to go do something, you know, I've got them all there for me. Then armor. What else do we need? Gauntlets, swords. I feel like gauntlets and swords, like you only need like 2 or 3, and they don't really wear down too much. I'm trying to think, these are kind of the quick grab containers, so we'll figure that out another time. Maybe the liquids or something. Okay, so off the back here, this is going to be our stone section. So we're going to call this sort of the workroom. Yeah, yeah, workroom of some descriptions. So I'm thinking stone slabs, and we're going to bring them down a little bit. And yeah, and then this layer, and then furnaces, processors, and then storage for the ores, but also like materials that you would need. Maybe we'll do like beeswax, tourmaline, anything that you can sort of use in there we'll probably store back there. And then I'm thinking I also maybe want one of the coal to diamond, like a small version of that. That could be kind of cool. That'll be back here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I've kind of got a vision. That's what I'm yeah-yang about in my head. All right, let's do some quick locking here. And let's get all this stuff. We've got the stone door. Got stone fence. We've got the stone ceiling, which unlocks the stone stairs, of course, which unlocks the ladder, which unlocks the trapdoor. I thought I'd made one of these. Trapdoors from the door. And what am I missing? Half stone table. I have the table unlocked though? Where's the stone table? I don't even see it here. What's going on here? I don't see the stone table. Stone table. But where are you? Bookshelf. That unlocks the stone shelf. This actually unlocks the weapon rack, which I did want to build. Yeah, seeing the table anywhere. That's just one of those things. I know there's some things that just never made it over to the, yeah, looks like it's just not there. Huh. Yeah, it never made it into the stone section. That's too bad. It's a weird bug. And then unlock anything. Crafts window. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of other stuff, but we got enough blocks to at least get started here. So I need to get a little bit of this out. I like the idea of this going a little bit into the mountain. Or mountain, this little tiny hill. Kind of like the idea of it going into the hill a little bit. And yeah, then we can do some cool landscaping around the outside of it. This tunnel here is probably not going to... Tunnel here is not going to have sort of any thing. Like, it's just going to be a little tunnel. Not going to be any... The room's going to start here, I think. Okie dokie. So, we've got 14 on either side once I finish building these. I am waiting for slabs. 14 on either side, that's plenty for now. You know, you can queue up a ton, come back and do the satisfying click, click, click. And yeah, we've got 2 chests. The more I sort of thought about it, the less that came to mind to actually store in the workshop. So I think 2 chests will be plenty. If it's not, there's actually plenty of room to expand and sort of do a little bit more. But I am actually running a little bit low on time for this episode, so I really want to get it out this week on Thursday and kind of get back into my normal schedule. And yeah, so I just want to do one last thing with the minutes I have left. Finally, finally, one last giant green guy. Okay, can finally finish. I forgot to bring all the other stuff. One moment. Okay. Ding. And ding. We did it. We did it. We have full diamond armor. Yay. Diamond armor. Yay. Yeah, we actually might have what it takes to make lumite. I don't have enough lumite, I don't think. Maybe not corrupted dust either. So, we should be able to do that next episode, actually. Once I have a splash more time, we should be able to get that pretty easily. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of... This looks so strange. Let me know what you guys think of my plans, and also, please do let me know what you think of the new server, if you're having any troubles, what those are, anything like that, because I am kind of keeping my eye on stuff and hoping everything is working as intended. So please do let me know in those comments below. Subscribe for more. If you are new to the channel, join the Discord. You can join this beautiful world. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao!